A medical resource that's often thrown away has become a valuable tool in the fight against blood-related diseases. Umbilical cord blood can be a life-saving treatment for diseases like leukemia and lymphoma, but Oklahoma has not had a cord blood bank where the blood could be stored for patients. That will soon change with the opening of a new cord blood center in Oklahoma City.
And so that was October of 2002 or 2001.
Howard Jackson credits cord blood with saving his life. It was 13 years ago when Jackson began suffering a persistent high fever. His doctors performed a series of blood tests and discovered Jackson was losing red blood cells.
They ordered a bone marrow biopsy, which is a really unpleasant procedure. It's a lot like taking a core sample out of the center of a tree. And they looked at that under a microscope on Friday and called me on Monday and told me that I would have to take a few months off from work because I had leukemia.
Doctors told Jackson he needed a bone marrow transplant, essentially replacing his bone marrow with someone else's. After several months passed without finding a match, Jackson finally received some good news.
A regular oncologist came in and said they've got a match. And it's the strangest thing, it's cord blood. And I thought, what in the world is cord blood? And it is the blood from the umbilical cord from a full-term pregnancy.
Dr. James Smith is the Oklahoma Blood Institute's chief medical officer. Smith says while the umbilical cord is normally thrown away after birth, new mothers at the OU Medical Center can choose instead to donate it to OBI's new cord blood bank. The procedure involves cutting and clamping the cord immediately after the baby is born, then collecting the blood contained in the cord and placenta.
And that blood is very rich in what we call stem cells. In this case, it would be the umbilical cord blood stem cells. And these are like the stem cells that would be collected from our marrow. It's just that they're a very early stage, just like the baby.
The stem cells are separated from the blood and placed in small bags, which are then frozen and stored in a freezer kept cold by liquid nitrogen. Stem cells from cord blood have been used in the treatment of more than 80 diseases, but it's transplants where cord blood will have the biggest impact.
So if somebody has leukemia and they need a transplant from some other person because there's nobody in the family that's a match, then cord blood can be considered as one of those sources for transplant.
In May of 2002, Jackson became the first adult in Oklahoma to receive a cord blood transplant. He suffered a relapse of his disease just over a year later and freely admits he was scared.
Because I had had a doctor, my same primary oncologist, say, if the leukemia comes back, we can't stop it. And so I sat in a doctor's office basically knowing for 2 hours I was going to die.
Jackson didn't die. Instead, he became the first Oklahoma adult to have 2 cord blood stem cell transplants. Jackson hopes the new cord blood center will allow other patients to get similar life-saving treatment.
It's basically something that would have been thrown away. And in the state of Oklahoma before this, it is thrown away. The only other option that I've heard from people is to donate it to yourself, basically, which you pay a storage fee, you pay to have it harvested.
Despite stem cells' value in treating disease, lack of availability has limited their use. The OBI's Cord Blood Center is one of only 24 nationwide. Dr. John Armitage is the OBI's chief executive officer. Armitage says in addition to cord blood's life-saving potential, there is a growing field of research around the stem cells found in cord blood, which can be reprogrammed into other types of cells.
It's all just getting started now, but the incredible healing that can go on when you can think of not only replacing skin for a burn victim, say, but also organs are being replaced. Bladders are already being engineered in the laboratory and then will replace a damaged organ in a patient.
Smith says the Oklahoma Cord Blood Center will initially focus on collecting cord blood from minority groups.
Oklahoma is home to a lot of different ethnic groups. And we would like, as a public cord blood bank, we would like to establish one that is really enriched for ethnic groups. Native Americans, Hispanics, Black Americans, African Americans, Asians, all of these groups are underrepresented on the registries, that have lists of people that are willing to donate stem cells.
At present, donations to the OBI's Cord Blood Center are only used for testing purposes. The center is still awaiting approval from the U.S. Food and Drug Administration, which must be obtained before the blood can be used to treat patients. The OU Medical Center is the only hospital taking part in cord blood donations, but the Institute hopes more hospitals will follow suit once the FDA approves the center.